What is up, guys? David here from Over That Nomad, and on this episode I'm going to be going over the suspension that I added on my Tundra. Stay tuned. This is my 2009 Tundra, and I've already had it for a few months. If you watch my channel, you'll kind of see what I've done. But recently I added a suspension lift. I added a rough country 3.5 inch suspension kit, which I'm going to be going over. But first, I apologize, my camera over here overheats, so I'm going to have to use the GoPro. So this is my 2009 Toyota Tundra, and I just added a lift kit on here. It is a rough country 3.5 inch suspension kit that kind of wanted to go over. I want to give you guys an update on it. If you guys, I'm sure you're watching this video, you're interested in it, I'll give you my 2 cents. But before we begin, I want to kind of explain what I use this truck for. One, this is my daily driver. So this is kind of how it sits as a daily driver. It's pretty much just boring, but for me it's perfect. Nothing in the rear whatsoever. The other variation that I have is my RV. My 4x4 RV is what I would call it. I have a 4-wheel camper that I put in the back, and that's when I go on trips with my family. We go camping, adventures. You can check those videos out on the channel. And 3 is I'm gonna have a custom bed rack made for the Tundra, so I can mount my hard shell rooftop tent in the rear. That's more when I go off-roading. I wanna go to Hidden Falls in a few weeks, so I wanna make sure I have a place to sleep at night. So that's the 3 different variations of this Tundra, what I'm going to use it for. One thing, it's not going to be a rock crawler. That's for sure not going to happen. I'm not planning on it for being a rock crawler. That's more of my red pickup. I kind of want that one to be more of the rock crawler, even though I really don't do any rock crawling. It's more of just easy wheeling is what I do. And there's not much rock crawling where I live. That's kind of the bummer. But anyways, let's not get off topic. Let's start talking about the rough country suspension kit. So again, this is a 3.5 inch rough country suspension kit. Let's check it out. It comes with coilovers, comes with these upper control arms, comes with shocks all around, and it does come with a little lift block for the rear. These are the shocks, and I do have airbags. I will talk about the airbags in a little bit. So why did I go with this kit would be the first thing I'm going to talk about. Why I go with this kit is basically the budget part. I cannot afford to get some really fancy suspension like Icon or the King shocks and all that. I looked into it and it was going to cost me a fortune. And this truck is, she might look pretty. She might be a bright blue Tundra 5.7. But she is a salvage truck. She bought her on Copart, but you can check that video out. It's on my channel. But I didn't want to spend too much on the suspension kit, and Rough Country does have bad name on the internet. Probably because they're a cheap brand. That's probably why. I never heard any issues with them. I've ran the Rough Country kits on my red pickup, and I've never had any issues with it. I have a spacer lift on my Subaru Forester, never had an issue with it from Rough Country. So I'm expecting this kit to be pretty good. Rough Country might be a bad name on the interwebs, but I've never had issues with them, so why not just try them? $879 is the price point on this kit, so it's not too bad. You get all of that whole package for $879. Like, I'm not talking about the airbags, but everything else. And I'm pretty happy with it. Let's talk about on-road and off-road performance. I'm gonna say this is you get for what you paid. At $879, you will get a really nice stance. Aesthetically, it looks good. Performance-wise, better than stock. That's what I can say. Better than stock. And I'm going to be going to Hidden Falls very soon. Once I get that bed rack done, I'm going to go and I want to test out the suspension, see how it performs out there. I've been there a few times, so I know what to expect. And I want to see how the Tundra does. see how she does out there. So stay tuned for that, because there'll be a video on that, and there'll be a video on the bed wreck, so stay tuned for that too. Just for reference, tire size is 295 65 by 18s TRD Pro wheels. So just to get so you can get a clue on how it looks with that tire size. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the stance on the truck. I do have airbags. I'm gonna put the name of the airbags down below. I have airbags for the 4-wheel camper that I mount on the rear, which those airbags do a really great job. I have less sway with the camper on, and even when I have no weight, I lower the pressure on them, and it still gives it a nice little ride whenever I hit bumps. So I'm gonna go back to talking about performance with this kit. The stuff that I see out here is basically just washed out back roads and the beach. That's really what I use this truck for, or what I'm planning on using it for. So I just wanted something better than stock, and I was looking for a better stance on this vehicle. So again, better than stock. Is it better than the fancier stuff? I'm pretty sure it's not. I've never ridden a Tundra with Icon suspension or whatever the fancy thing is going on right now. I've never ridden one, so I can't tell you how different it is, but I'm pretty sure the fancier stuff is better. Obviously those cost like $2,500, I don't know, for a whole kit like this. The off-road performance that I've encountered, pretty good. Not too bad. It's better ride quality. There's a few bumps that I go through on the road by my house every day, and it was a huge difference from stock to the rough country kit. That was a big upgrade. Again, being realistic here, this truck is my daily driver. I drive it on the road most of the time. So when it comes to on-road performance, really well. I've hit a lot of dips on the road, and it does really, really well. Way better than stock. But you could also factor in that the shocks might have been a little worn out from 180,000 miles on this truck. So you could say that maybe the shocks were really worn out too, but I don't know what the upper control arms, what they factor in. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a professional when it comes to this. I'm just giving you guys my 2 cents as an owner of this truck. If you're really interested in this kit, well, you can go on Rough Country's website and you can see all the specs when it comes to the shocks and the valving and yada yada yada, all that stuff. You can see it on there, because I am not a professional. I don't know too much stuff about that. But and again, I will say I am not sponsored by Rough Country. I paid for full price on this kit. I have no affiliation with them. So this video is absolutely not sponsored. I'm giving you my 2 cents. So to conclude this video, would I recommend this kit? Yes, I would recommend it to a person that's not going to be doing anything hardcore with their truck. Like most guys that I encounter that like off-roading, most of those guys have never really even gone off-roading. So most of the time people are just looking for the aesthetic part of the truck, which is the stance. So when it comes to that, yeah, if you're gonna be driving it most of the time on the road, yeah, it's pretty good. If you're a hardcore overlander, maybe not. I don't know. If you're actually gonna be doing serious off-roading, then maybe you want to upgrade a little bit to something better. Maybe upgrade the shocks, the coilovers down the road. But overall, I would recommend it. I think it's pretty good. If you have a really small budget, I think it's pretty good. So those are my 2 cents on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish this video because it's really hot. That's why the camera overheated over there. Well, that is it for this video, guys. Like I said, not sponsored, but if you're interested, go check their website. I'll put the link somewhere down there so you guys can check the specs on this kit and stickers down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're interested, it would be awesome if you did. I'll be giving you an update on the red pickup very soon. I've added a few stuff on there, some cool little things here and there. The tan pickup, my 81 Toyota pickup, that one's at the shop, and I found a 22R motor. So I'm pretty excited about that one. It's gonna take a little long on that one, so don't expect to be on the road anytime soon, but it's a slow build. But anyways, I think that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.